your favorite color of the Starliner shoe?
I can't actually choose one. That's unfair, guys. It has to be the pink and the green one, and the blue one and the black and white one. I can't choose one. That's not okay. How do I choose one?
సరిపోయిందా? ఏం కావాలరా?
మన ఇంట్లో ఎది స్ట్రాంగ్ ఎది వీక్ అని చెక్ చేస్తున్నా.
రే జీనియస్, మన ఇల్లు మొత్తం స్ట్రాంగ్ తెలుసా? ఇందులో రాధా టీఎంటీ రైనో 600+ ఉంది. రాధా టీఎంటీ, the DNA of a stronger nation.
What's your favorite color of the Starliner shoe?
I can't actually choose one. That's unfair, guys. It has to be the pink and the green one, and the blue one and the black and white one. I can't choose one. That's not okay. How do I choose one?
సరిపోయిందా? ఏం కావాలరా?
మన ఇంట్లో ఎది స్ట్రాంగ్ ఎది వీక్ అని చెక్ చేస్తున్నా.
రే జీనియస్, మన ఇల్లు మొత్తం స్ట్రాంగ్ తెలుసా? ఇందులో రాధా టీఎంటీ రైనో 600+ ఉంది. రాధా టీఎంటీ, the DNA of a stronger nation.
to day 9 of Telangana Junior Basketball League. Now it's time for the final showdown.
Yeah, absolutely. No guts, no glory, no bruises, no story. And that's something that you're going to look at in this encounter. One game, and it's all for getting into the finals.
Now it's time for under 18 boys clash, which is between Warangal Stallions and Nalgonda Speed Strikers. The very first team coming on to this court is Warangal Stallions.
Warangal Stallions, 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 Warangal Stallions.
We have superstars on both sides. That's something we've spoken about in the pre-show as well, in the build-up to this game. And where we'll look at the next team that's coming in and who do they have in their lineup. Let's put hands together then and welcome the Nalgonda Speed Strikers!
Nalgonda Speeds Strikers. Nalgonda Speeds Strikers. Doom, doom, doom. Nalgonda Speeds Strikers. We bring the fire, we own the floor. Speeds Strikers. Speeds Strikers.
This is definitely going to be a thrilling match. Warangal Stallions versus Nalgonda Speed Strikers.
Yeah, from here we're heading straight into the pre-show where we have me alongside Gopal from Iqbal India, and we also have Aparna ma'am, former basketball player and captain of the Tamil Nadu team. Wait for that one as we've discussed so much things about this game. Don't go away. Live action continues on the Telangana Basketball Association page. Hello and welcome once again. The Hyderabad Mambas are sitting nice and tight in this category in the final place. But we are now looking at which is the other team to enter the final spot there alongside them. Well, the Warangal Stallions taking on the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. I think that's going to be an entertainer for us precisely because in this game we're looking at the duo combinations that we have, which we'll get to eventually. But what do you make of this encounter, from the face of it? Warangal Stallions, Nalgonda Speed Strikers.
The Speed Strikers are 2-0, but it's a very deceptive 2-0. Okay, because their combined margin of victory is just 5 points. So they won 2 games, but they won one by maybe 3 points. Other one they won by 2.
Correct.
Right, and the Stallions are 1-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is not one of those games where you can go by their records.
Right.
Just because the 2-0 team is going to be better. I think this is. But at the same time, Speed Strikers have shown an ability to bounce back. Stallions have shown an ability to strategize. And shout out to Coach Visu Palani. Both the fact that there are 2 Stallions teams in the finals, especially in the boys side, is because they were able to calculate to perfection that they had to win one by 20 points, and this one they had to win by 10, and they took it to overtime.
Smart strategy.
Very smart. That's NBA level execution that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So I think it's great to see this matchup because it is quite unlikely that these 2 teams would be even playing today.
Yeah, because to be able to read that game at that time and to be able to execute it along with the boys is special. When we speak about the boys now, I think for the Warangal Stallions, I was having a word with Visu as well. He said during the auctions, a lot of people asked him, why did you pick Advik? What's so special about him? I think now we've seen what's so special about him already with the number of points that he has. What has impressed you, ma'am, about him?
He seems to be like the complete package, averaging 13 points and 11 plus rebounds.
Yeah.
An average like that speaks a lot.
Correct.
And in fact, when you see both these matchups, both teams have the ability to really shoot the lights out of the stadium. That kind of firepower they have. And they have elite level defenders as well.
Correct.
So these 2 teams are very, very well matched, especially with the players on the floor.
Right.
I'm not quite sure how the bench strength is going to be. But they do have two solid players on either sides and a possible third option that could contribute very well to this side.
Interesting.
So Advik is going to be, he's going to be very reliable. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, because alongside him also, one of my favorite players in there who has a lot of style and drip, and he brings everything, he watches the NBA so much, and you see him there, Shritesh. Spoken so much about him as well. He becomes a duo that we're speaking about, Advik and Shritesh. What are your views on him?
Yeah, so Shritesh, again, it's even more impressive because in the first game that he played, he just had 2 points. Right? He was 1 of 12 or something from the field.
Correct.
Right? So, and he had to perform, and he literally came out firing. I've always respected players who punch above their weight class.
Yeah.
Right? So with Shritesh, he's one of the skinniest and tiniest players always on the floor. And players like that, often they settle for jump shots. But Shritesh was inviting contact, drawing contact, and then he was able to finish with some very tough floaters, runners in the paint, very acrobatic stuff. But it's also, that's also what makes it interesting. Can he still keep that going? Right, because those are very tough, low percentage shots. So I guess he's practicing it, which is why he's confident enough to take it. So let's see if he can do it again.
It's going to be a real test today for this one. When you speak of the Nalgonda speed strikers, I was going to pop the question to you guys. Do you think they're the comeback kings? Because like you mentioned already, in the last 2 games, they've always come back after having, left the lead quite early in the first few quarters and then come back and won the game. So do you think we can tag them with that?
Comeback kings, yes, right, and they also have the kind of personnel that thrive under pressure. We spoke about this earlier also in the past, right? When it comes to a player like Rehan, right, he's one of those who sort of almost waits for the game to go away from him, and then he pulls it back.
Correct.
So I think that's a very interesting trait to have. I'm not sure if I can endorse that because you would rather want to be ahead from the get-go.
Yeah.
But I think, they have a lot of personnel, right? And not just Rehan, even Dhairya. I think they form a very lethal duo. We'll be coming to the duo bit, but I think the Rehan Dhairya it's a very, very exciting duo because they play off each other perfectly.
Yeah, ma'am. Which duo I think do you think is going to perform well under pressure in this one?
I think having been under pressure, I feel that Rehan and Dhairya have the confidence to perform under pressure. That kind of pressure, I don't think the opponents have, like Shritesh and Advik have faced.
Right.
But having put themselves in a hole and dug themselves out of it gives you a different level of confidence.
Yeah.
So I think that duo has a little bit of an edge over there.
Interesting.
I agree, and also Rehan, because he's still one of the more conventional point guards in the sense that he can play also from the outside.
Right.
Okay, and he has these, if you are watching all the highlights on the Telangana Basketball Association YouTube channel, right, you have the crossovers that he has, and then he finishes and then he leans in, draws contact. So I think they have a chance to be more consistent.
Yeah.
Right, because with Shritesh we saw the inconsistency. I think with Rehan and Dhairya, they are 2 players you're going to get a near double-double, at least from Dhairya. And when it comes to Rehan, 24 points per game, 8.5 rebounds. Also has 3 assists. Okay, so these are very balanced numbers.
Well then, so that's what we're looking at in this game. It's the battle of the duos that we're building up to. Don't go anywhere as we're heading straight to live action.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to each and every one of you tuned in on the Telangana Basketball Association page. It is the last one for today on a Super Saturday, and we're about to kick things off here in the under 18 boys category. The winner goes in to face the Hyderabad Mambas in this category. So that's how interesting this gets. Mind you, we spoke about the duos that can be the interesting lethal weapons. You've got Shrithej on one side alongside his counterparts. On the other side, you've got Dharya and Ryan Lore, who we've spoken about so much. You've got some of the top players in the mix there as they're slowly getting into the scheme of things. So that'll be interesting to see how they come about this entire game, specifically the Warangal Stallions, who've got some aces under their pack. But we'll wait and find out how this goes. Alive and active, this one. A big one on our hands. Don't go anywhere. Advik is the main man to watch out for. Alongside Shrithej, the duo combination. Does it work? On the rebound, you've got to marshal your troops off the rim and back with the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Ryan Lore we've built up so much for him. Trying to see how his game is. He's stripped, I assume, and hoping he hasn't hurt his knee. We've got to be very careful with these small aspects in the game, because that's what actually helps you get through and power through the opposition. I'll also get you the starting lineups very soon for these two sides. Almost getting it in there. Rebounds need to be good. Advik this time tries something different. Second time he's stripped. Rehan tries a bounce pass and tries to roll that into the bucket. Here we go then. Back with the Warangal Stallions. We saw how creative they were in that last game, taking it into overtime. And he's pleading, Sriram. He can plead his case, but it's already begun against him. We have our three officials. That is Mohan on your screens. The referee walking, the official walking towards the other side. Mr. Solomon Prem, Mohan, and you also have Pawan, our third official. So that's how they are stacked up. The refereeing and the decision making has been great as Advik now lines up to get his shot. No first points yet for either team. Advik, Vikrant, Shrithej, Vishnu, Tejesh for the Warangal Stallions. That's how they're stacked up today. And the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have Sriram, Dharya, Shaurya Reddy Palli, Ganesh and Ryan Lore. Almost trying to make that right. Back with Dharya. He's good on the offense and defense as well, getting a lot of offensive points for himself. Rayan passes it to Sriram, who's been very good on the ball. Straight to Dharya. Fantastic bounce pass that. Not today, say the Warangal Stallions. Courtesy to Advik. Now back with Shrithej. And lovely. He's got the ammunition. And he's got the mindset that it takes. We discussed that in the pre-show as well. That he may look small, may not have the strength and the muscle, but that helps him even better to marshal through the opposition. Squeeze through those gaps, run with those space, and that's what makes him a star player in this side, alongside the others. Some great contributions as well. They've got Vishnu in the mix alongside Advik, who we spoke about. And this is the under 18 category, so the tempo will slightly be a notch higher from what you've been witnessing today. For all of you tuned in, remember this is a big one here. Telangana Pro Basketball League, now Telangana Junior Basketball League. So much happening here for Telangana in specific. Just too good once again. Shrithej not quite successful on this occasion. Good defense from Rihanna as well, trying to keep that pressure. Dharya to his left. He's also got Sriram, gets a pass to Dharya. And Ganesh trying to get that in. Meanwhile, when you look at the Warangal Stallions now, they're still to get to proceedings in the right manner. Strikers looking for the first points. Straight to Shrithej. He drives in all by himself, and that's easy for him. They move on to 4 points already. What's the game plan going to be here? Vikrant in the mix too. Rayan tries a 3-pointer. First attempt for him. Back with Sritej now. He's got company towards his right. Just got to be careful at times. Tejesh in the mix too for the Warangal Stallions alongside Advik, Sritej and Vishnu alongside Vikrant. So that's how they man themselves. Advik off the glass, into the bucket. 6-point lead now. Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They're still waiting for their first points. Mind you, coach Vijay Kumar, he's got a lot under his belt as well. Oh, I think that could be two. You just knew the moment he went for the layup, he was going to get points for himself. And he's been rewarded. Tejesh. We're also going in for a short timeout here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short breather.
Hello.
Heat love this at the moment. The game's sitting really well here for the beginning of things. And I'm sure this is not going to be a lopsided affair. It is going to be an interesting encounter. Top-notch battle between the two sides. Not quite able to get that in. Tejesh back with Vishnu for the Warangal Stallions. Sritej to Tejesh once again. Can he redeem himself? Not quite yet. Rayan Lore with the jump. And they run downtown. They won't see fast breaks at the moment. But when the opportunity comes and the timing is right, definitely going to get a glimpse of that too. And maybe there's still a chance now to get things right. The ball didn't go into the bucket yet, which is why they'll still be hunting for those points. Lakshit gets into the mix for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Early changes, and you know, because you want your team to perform quickly. Palli has been in already. Darya and Ganesh alongside Lakshit and Rayan. So that makes the 5 now after that small timeout. Momentum in the sport can really help you in a way that you can get on to win the match even after being 20 down. It's just a matter of time now. Warangal Stallions. Sritej. I think there was sort of a foul incoming, but right now, so far, it's been all him. Rayan. As he dribbled through, we've seen some fantastic crossovers as well. Lakshit wants to get in the paint. Straight to Rayan. Can he get that in? Not quite easy. A little difficult on that occasion. Palli on the rebound. And points haven't yet come. You're still fighting. Vikrant, I think, appealing to the official. Currently it's Darya, still trying to get one under his belt. No success yet for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. No first points yet, mind you. Still hunting, and finally Palli gets the first points. So to them. Fantastic basket there. Now maybe this could be the start. A little too much that from Advik. Which is what his coach is telling him. You don't need to try such a pass. You had a player in close vicinity with you. That's why you've got to pass. While the thought may be right, but in situations, you've got to think fast. Which is why I say it's such a great learning curve for all these players. That they get a chance to play under lights in a big stage like this. Soak the pressure, learn as well. And then automatically, it becomes part of your game in the growing years. Wobbles in finally. Nalgonda Speed Strikers now sitting on a good 4. Can they get momentum going in their favor? And I think a foul does come in favor of the Stallions, which is a good thing. They'll take that any day. You want to earn as many fouls as possible. They're all up top here. Nalgonda Speed Strikers would want to try and intercept at least one. Shritesh sends it straight to Advik. Advik finds Tejesh. Stolen on the rebound by the area. He keeps it together. You want to keep possession as well. Quickly now on the other side. This is a big game, an important one too. Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Shritesh now. Constant movement. Advik. He loves to dribble through. Can he get through Ganesh? I think Ganesh has got a hit on the hand, so he's got to be very careful. And official Pavan has said 2 free shots. 10-4. You've got to keep it under control, the pressure. And no noise so far from the opposition as well. So pretty light start this. But I'll tell you what, as we enter the 4th quarter, that's where normally all the action happens. Your second time, nowhere close to the rim as well. Just gets off the net, and 11-4 it is right now. We're seeing one duo tick already. Lakshit has a chance, way too much on that occasion. Fantastic take on the rebound from Vikrant. As soon as Shritesh turned, there was problems, but look at the pace, and that pace can bring you so much. So fast, so agile, so quick. And game presence, even important. Remember, he was in the team for the Hyderabad Hurricanes as well in the Telangana Pro Basketball League. One of the young picks, young talents. May not have played many games, but here, this is his ground. This is where he performs best. Against Lakshit. He's hurt himself in the eye. Still with Advik now. Against the run-off play. Wobbles off. They'll breathe a sigh of relief, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They need something to go in their favor now. 2 quick points and automatically it's momentum. Palli. Not quite enough. Advik sees Shritesh. Shritesh looks at the basket. He's got pace. And this is good work from the area. I think he may have just got the fingers a little to the ball to be able to change its direction. It does get off the sideboard. But on the rebound, much better. That's what you need. You need your offense and defensive rebounds to be able to run in tandem. Stand and will want to deliver your Palli. He does, which makes it so easy. 7-13. 5 fouls to both teams. Here on, you get 2 free throws. So you'll see a lot of them incoming. And it's been that kind of a game as well. In terms of a semi-final knockout fixture. Carries so much weight. Here we go then. Back with Rayan. Tries to intercept it. Nicely done all by himself. Vishnu for the Stallions. Sriram I think was a little lucky, but on the rebound, Tejesh. He's got that converted. And this is where the game could turn. Switch sides, switch momentum. Oh, lovely that. Good stuff from Vikrant. Back now for Palli. He's intercepted this really well for Rayan and Lore. Does he get those points? Not quite yet. Warangal Stallions, they're making the opposition pay here. Sriram now. He's dribbled through. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. And that's going in favor of the Warangal Stallions. Rayan hasn't yet got those points so far. On the other side, if you look at the Warangal Stallions, Advik has got 3. Tejesh has got 8. Advik's got 3 points and 4 rebounds as well. So you see where the points are coming for Advik. Meanwhile, Rayan. Constant passing here between these boys. Rayan may just want to get his first points. Sritej has had this opportunity today. Will not get that in his favor, but it's going to be a foul that he earns. He may not have wanted the whistle to go off and would have wanted a little bit of advantage. 15-8 right now. So much more to do. Yeah, I love this. Nicely done, nicely executed. 8-16. Can he finish with 2? He's already getting into double digits of his in terms of his individual score. This time on the rebound taken by the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They are almost double of what the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have. The Warangal Stallions. Palli tries to drive that in. And the timing was right this time. Ganesh deposits that into the basket. They've got 2 tall players, Dairy and Ganesh. They need to make the most of that, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Vikrant very tight on the ball. Giving it away irrespective. Now back with the Palli. Oh, lovely. The rejection. And the defense in terms of the block. Just too good. And that's something these teams will be looking at from close quarters. 6-point difference, 10-16. Rayan. Still no points for him in the first quarter. And I'm looking at a stat that speaks something else altogether. We'll wait and see what happens here. No points yet. Calm, composed. But mind you, it doesn't define anything. You can have a bad start to a quarter, but you can always convert it. It's just about a matter of time. Nevertheless, on the rebound, still an opportunity. Hard luck for him. He's got to keep a clean mindset. Points will come to Rayan and Lore. Currently, oh, he's come from the back, Palli. That was a hit. And the sound of that was intense. Let me tell you, I could hear it in the commentary box as well. 16-10 at the moment, 6-point difference. As we're going to head into the last 1 minute of this quarter. While Sritej has got 9. Advik's got 3. Tejesh has got 4. The top 3 already performing. Dhairya hasn't yet gotten into the points. Ganesh has been making those baskets. 8 to him. And that's 8 rebounds for Ganesh. Shaurya Reddy Palli. He's got 2. And Sritej gets into 10. You're still waiting for your main man to get into scoring. Rayan and Lore, you want to see that flair that he has, and the good thing is he's still trying. You've got to be persistent. That is signs of good players. No problem, baskets aren't coming. You try yourself. He is feeding the opposition the passes, but he's also trying himself to get going, which is so important. And as you can see already, they've made that small change. The Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They've taken off Rayan. They brought in Tanmay. And they're allowing him to get a breather, allowing him to take some time out before he resets himself to come fresh into the next quarter. And I think I like that thinking from Coach Vijay. Just let him be on the bench, speak to him a little bit, let him be fresh, come back in, and he can start with a fresh mind because he's a fantastic lad. Just needs time. And you want support from your coach. Sometimes you may take it in the other way, that the coach is thinking that I'm not performing. I think he needs to look at the positive side of it. And he's allowed to take a breather and come back fresh in the starting five for the next quarter, because we're heading into the last few seconds of this quarter. Nice conversion there for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers as we speak. They move on to 11-18. And Shrithej once again will marshal the troops downtown. He's been a fantastic point guard for his side. Straight. Yeah, was always getting at Tejesh. Two free shots, free throw opportunities. Once you reach that 5 foul point mark, you've got to be careful as well. You don't want to commit those fouls. One more shot incoming. Tejesh would want to increase the point tally. He already has 4. And yeah, nicely executed. He does one more. 20-11, 9-point difference. Fantastic crossover that from Lakshit. Has been able to move through, and that's an aggressive Shrithej. A little more intent maybe from the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. I think one player who has that is Sriram, who the ball has just been passed to alongside Lakshit. I think they need to use that as the juice to drive themselves into getting some beautiful points into the next quarter. 11-20 at the moment. Shrithej puts that pass in. Lakshit has a good chance. Still with the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Stallions have been able to come back though. They've also made another change, the Stallions. Justwick is in now. (20-11), a 9-point difference. It doesn't matter. We just want to come back into this game. And we've seen some fabulous comebacks over the course of time. 11-20. Who's got the opportunity and who's more persistent? Sriram, hard luck. Advik's got it. Sends it straight to Vishnu. Vishnu will try to dribble that. He had 2 players right up top. Fails to pass it. Shrithej. 10 seconds remain now. Less than that maybe. Chance to get a 3-pointer. Lakshit want to finish. They've just got hardly 1 second. And he should have gone in for the bucket then. Irrespective, it's 11-20. That's how we come to the end of the first quarter here. Proceedings come to an end. Fantastic start to both teams. Is just the beginning. Lots more to come in the next 30 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
What's your favorite color of the Starliner shoe?
I can't actually choose one. That's unfair, guys. It has to be the pink and the green one, and the blue one and the black and white one. I can't choose one. That's not okay. How do I choose one?
We're slowly getting back into the scheme of things here. 20-11 at the moment. And that's where we'll drive the traffic in this game. Yeah, no success on that one yet. Trying to trap that through. Sriram. Finally! Moments of brilliance is what we look at. Is what we try and want. And Nalgonda Speed Strikers may have just got that. Ryan and Lowry back in the scheme of things as well, just like I mentioned to you. He's come in fresh. Tejesh, not quite enough for getting the three-pointer. The area. Now with Sriram once again. Straight to Ryan and Lowry, back with Sriram. He'll try to dribble this through. Fantastic bounce pass, Ganesh wobbles that. The passing has been good, great rotation. That's where they're able to break the Warangal Stallions. And you can see the ploy, you can see the play here. Timeout incoming, 6-point difference now. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Oh, I think it's lesser than that. It's 17-20. We'll get the scoreboard updated, beg your pardon. Here we are then, getting back in the scheme of things. (17-20) at the moment. Backward Sritej puts in that pass. Hardwick, we're waiting for him as well to get on the scoreboard with some more points for his team. He's just got 3. The main man who we spoke about, 17-20, that's been rectified for you. And that's back with area. Suddenly now, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers, they've got into 19 against 20, where the Warangal Stallions were seated. Too much comfort sometimes is not too good. And that's where teams can look lethal. Yeah, you just want to be careful it doesn't go against you. Rihanna Lore. He wouldn't want any fouls in his favor. He's just got to stay along with his team for the offense. That's where he can drive all the traffic. And the points for his team. 2019, 1 point difference. Sritej looking at Vishnu. He does. Tejesh is free in space. Advik has taken a look. Finds Tejesh in the paint. Who rolls and rumbles. Tries a fadeaway. Back now with Jaswik, who turns and doesn't get a three-pointer. Still with the Stallions on the rebound. Not a rebound actually. And that's a good push from the area. Sriram. Sriram it is. And now it's the Nalgonda Speed Strikers who have arrived. Hello and welcome, they say, to this Saturday game. As they're 1 point ahead. Rihanna Lore keeps it together. Now it's time for action. This is what we're speaking about in the second quarter. How do you page a comeback? How do you transform this game entirely? Another bounce pass. And another basket, 3-pointer. Just how you like it on your platter. This is real good stuff now from the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They've understood the ploy, heard their coach. And the foul does come in favor of Shritesh. It's a little difficult to stop because some way or the other he may get a foul or two in his favor. He's got the speed and pace. Somehow he gets into you in the layup, and that's where he makes a difference. 11 points so far to him. He had 4 free throw opportunities before this, converted 3. It'll be 5 now and still converted only 3. Can he get one more? He'll be waiting and watching. Shritesh does. So good points, and he moves on to 12 in the tally. And so we now look at the Nalgonda Speed Strikers, who've suddenly taken this game to a different place. Oh, he was trying to come in there. He does a really good job. Palli trips in the bargain, but still has kept his team together. Sriram for Rayan. Tries a 3-pointer. Almost thought that was going in. Still with Sriram for Palli. 3-pointer. Incoming! And what do the Warangal Stallions have here in terms of a plan? Suddenly it's more aggression, more energy from the boys in black and red. They're doing the talking now. They want to run the damage as you go downtown from one side of the court to the other. Pick in those fouls. Get in those 3-pointers outside the 3-point arc. He decides to go in and still gets that point, Advik. They would be hoping we see more of Advik, and also because it's a knockout fixture, you'll see a lot of the real talent in the teams now burst out. Playing 2 games in your pool, some may be easy, some not. But in a knockout fixture, the pressure is different. And you've got to behave in a different style, in a different way to try and adapt to the pressure on field, the way your teammates are playing on the given day. And that's how it becomes even more interesting. Foul in favor of the Warangal Stallions. And they'll take it. That's gone against the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. 3 fouls already. Nalgonda Speed Strikers in this quarter so far. Warangal Stallions, none. They'll be looking at that consistency. 2 more and then you know what happens. Screen set there nicely by Jaswik. And Advik has got 2 more. You just require some confidence, and once you have that, it becomes a little easier for you to try and get closer to your goal. Rayan and Lore. I'll be looking at his numbers a little bit. He's got 3 so far, none in the first quarter, mind you. So this is the only quarter where he's started to get those points, and it's enough for a player like him to just breathe a sigh of relief and not worry about anything else that's happening. The owners watching from the sidelines on both sides. Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Rahul Vaduka in there alongside his management for the Warangal Stallions. You have Jaideep and Nenika Reddy along with their management and fans. So yeah, everyone very much involved in this. Prior to this, we also spoke to the owners of the Nizam Royals, whose team are now entered the finals in the under-18 women's category. Snigdha and Deepa Endapalli also very happy, supporting the team, and they said they're so happy for the girls that they are able to manage this feat, which tells you how much the owners are putting in. And you know, almost every team, Venkat Reddy as well for the Ranga Reddy Raptors, they've all gone in guns blazing. Vikram and Shapali as well for the Hyderabad Hurricanes. So you see, every team is out there doing their bits. The Hyderabad Mambas. They're on the other side as well. We'll come to that. Right now, Rayan is a little furious. Because Street H has been awarded another free throw opportunity. In the first quarter alone, he's not able to get that in. That can be the game on the given day. He had 4 opportunities in the first quarter, converted 3 in terms of the free throws. And he gets 1 more. So he'll be happy with that. In this quarter, he's got 3 opportunities, converted just 1. So he needs to do better then. For his side, already is performing. Sriram has been able to try and drive the traffic for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers with his pace. Very easy this from Advik. And Rayan will make the most of the opportunity. Advik's got to be very careful, because he's that one player who can actually make impact for his side. And I'm just a little worried as to if he's asking for a substitution. I think he is. And I think a timeout is taken here by the Warangal Stallions. If Advik is out, who is the next go-to man? Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Rayan Alore once again, 26-27. 1 point difference. Under 4 minutes here. And that's it. That's what they require. More from him. It'll help him boost his confidence too. Jaswik send that straight to Vishnu. Now in the waiting. Not quite enough. Jaswik on the rebound. Still not enough for the Stallions. As they keep driving traffic. Arjun's in now for the Warangal Stallions. In place of Advik. That's the change they've made. I just want to get a confirmation on how is Advik doing. And what's the story there. We're coming towards the closure of quarter number 2 very soon. Which is the first half. And Nalgonda Speed Strikers have done a fabulous job. Wow! Too good. And that's more like it in this game. Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Tejesh. He earns a foul in his favor. It was about time coming. In that first quarter, 20 points to the Warangal Stallions, 11 to the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Currently, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have 17 compared to 6 that the Warangal Stallions have. So they're more than double. And that's what you want. And it's just updated, I think. It is 6 to the Warangal Stallions in this quarter, 20 to the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. And that is the kind of impact you can make in a quarter to be able to come back and beat the opposition. Nalgonda Speed Strikers are sitting on 31 compared to the 26 to the Warangal Stallions. What do the Warangal Stallions have in their bag of magic tricks? Currently Tejesh. Not quite successful. And he does it the second time. With that then, the Warangal Stallions currently sit on 27. Nalgonda Speed Strikers in 31. Sriram puts in that pass straight to Rayan. A bounce pass there as well. Dhairya trying to get his body against Jaswik. Off the backboard. Very strong customer there on the rebound. Jaswik, who's fought really hard against Tanmay. Now it's Sritej. Does he pass on the rebound? Still kept by Tejesh. For Sritej, who turns around really well. Fantastic assist. And that's what we're talking about. A basket and a free throw opportunity. You need visionaries like that in your team. And the sort of player that Sritej is, just fantastic. Oh, well, I think there's a technical. Rihanna Lowry gets that right. And now on the other side, you see there Coach Prem Solomon speaking to the official. Just get a sense for you as to what was it and if something was said from the bench. Sort of breaks momentum as well for Jaswik to try and put that in. Irrespective, as we get back in the scheme of things here, 29-32. We still have the Nalgonda Speed Strikers who've kept the lead with the kind of brilliance they've had in this quarter. Just too good. And it's gone this time against the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Under 2.30 seconds to play. (29-32). They were just getting stuff checked at the technical table. Once that's okay, we're okay to go. Coach Visu having a word with Sritej right behind the Warangal Stallions fans. They've also been added from the word go. A lot of noise from both sides of the camp. A short breather here, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a matter of few seconds. Timeout taken.
సరిపోయిందా? ఏం కావాలరా?
మన ఇంట్లో ఎది స్ట్రాంగ్ ఎది వీక్ అని చెక్ చేస్తున్నా.
రే జీనియస్, మన ఇల్లు మొత్తం స్ట్రాంగ్ తెలుసా? ఇందులో రాధా TMT వైనో 600+ ఉంది.
Radha TMT, the DNA of a stronger nation.
Got him back in the scheme of things, and Sritej just converted the first one already. We're going to look at the second. On the rebounds, still with the Nalgonda Speed Strikers now. Back into the scheme of things. Lakshit hasn't really got going. Fast break opportunity. Advik's back in the game. And just wobbles out. For a minute he thought it was coming in his favor. 2 free shots been awarded to Advik. Seems okay. May have received medical treatment. Could be a sprain. But here we are then. It's very lanky. But he's got the height and can do the damage when required. 32-30. Off the rim. Here we go then. Rayana Lowry back in the scheme of things. And look at those reactions. They say a different story altogether. (30-32). 2-point difference right now as we speak. Rayan's got that in for the first time. Can he convert one more? He's got 8 points already right before this, and many of them have come in this specific quarter. That's where it gets interesting. And he's got in 2 and 2. Mind you, class act this from Rayan. Backward Shrithej. Gets through, quick 1-2. Ooh. And that's what Advik can do too. Once you're out there with 5 fouls, every point that comes after that, or foul that comes after that, you know that it could mean trouble to the opposition. So you want to earn those in your favor. Advik gets this one right. He's got 6 free throw opportunities before this, converted just the 1. This will be 7th and 2nd conversion. Off the rim this time. Justwick trying to get it on the rebound. And he's got a hit on the hand. It's another foul. You've got to be very careful here, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. You've got to keep your concentration alive. It's that kind of an encounter, because they've come back and they've kept the lead, and they kept a good lead as well. 2 more points means Warangal Stallions right on the tail. Missed the first one. Can he convert the second? Can he make it 32 at least? Misses both. TJ is trying to be aggressive on the rebound, not quite successful. They've got Ganesh there, and he gets the better. Yeah, well, this has been a good quarter so far for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. As we're heading into the end of the first half, Oriana Lowry still has the ball. Tries to drive that through. Tanmay. Now with Ganesh. Travel violation. You've got to stick to the basics. You've got to stick to your strong zones. And that's where you can really get the tempo going of this game. 31-34. Quick 1-2 now. Shrithej. He's trying to drive this. Across and in. Ooh, a little too much, isn't it? Rayana Lowry gets a pass. Rayana Lowry. Almost. Advik now to Shrithej. Shrithej has been quiet in this quarter. And that's something that can happen. Because the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have come back. They've defended well. Heard instructions from their coach. That's what makes them a crack side. Separately. And it's still stuck on 31-34 from that last 1 minute. We're just maybe looking at the last possession if they'd want to keep, or if not, try and get more points. Advik is going to try 3-pointer. Ryan gets some touch to it. Changes direction of the ball. Lakshit may want to have a final flurry. Under 2 seconds on the rebound. And that should be end of proceedings. First half here then comes to an end in a firecracker semi-final between the Nalgonda Speed Strikers and the Warangal Stallions. We have still 20 more minutes of play, maybe almost 30. Come back for the second half. Get your popcorns, because it's a big one incoming.
What's your favorite color of the Starliner shoe?
I can't actually choose one. That's unfair, guys. It has to be the pink and the green one, and the blue one and the black and white one. I can't choose one. That's not okay. How do I choose one?
సరిపోయిందా? ఏం కావాలరా?
మన ఇంట్లో ఎది స్ట్రాంగ్ ఎది వీక్ అని చెక్ చేస్తున్నా.
రే జీనియస్, మన ఇల్లు మొత్తం స్ట్రాంగ్ తెలుసా? ఇందులో రాధా TMT వైనో 600+ ఉంది.
Radha TMT, the DNA of a stronger nation.
We're slowly getting into the scheme of things here once again. It's a start for the third quarter. And the second half here, alive and active. 31-24, time for us to crunch some data, get some numbers, and understand what the story looked like. Help you get into the frame of mind for what this game has been. 20-11, 20 to the Warangal Stallions, 11 to the Nalgonda Speed Strikers in that first quarter. As we see Rayan Allore tick once again with a three-pointer for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. What a fantastic comeback it's been in that last quarter where they got 23 points compared to the 11 that the Warangal Stallions had. Exactly the opposite of what happened in that first quarter. And that's the story for you. Currently, it's 31-37. It was 34. A three-pointer came in from Rayan, and we're sitting on 37 then. And when you look at possessions a little bit and leads, Rayan gets another. He started to enjoy his form now. 9 has been the highest margin of lead for the Warangal Stallions. 6 has been the highest margin of lead for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Rayan's very aggressive this time out on the rebound. Daria tries to come in, backward Sritej, turns around, finds Advik, up against Sriram. Advik all by himself gets the bucket. The game hasn't been tied yet, only the leads changed one time so far. Individual scores, Sritej has 14, and the first quarter he had 11, and the last quarter had just 3 points, which tells you the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have been able to curb Sritej quite a bit in the second quarter. It's worked for them. Tejesh has got 7 points, Jaswik has got 2, and Advik's got 10 alongside 6 rebounds to him. And suddenly when you look at the Nalgonda Speed Strikers, Rayan Allore, 0 points in that first quarter, 14 in the second quarter alone. That's how much of a difference he has made to this entire side. Daria standing on that free throw line, gets it right this time. He's got 5 points already. 2 free throw opportunities before this. Couldn't convert even one. He's converted that now. Sriram's got 5. Daria's got 5. Palli's got 5. So they're doing some fantastic job, and they've also got some rebounds. Sriram's got 5 points, 8 rebounds. Daria's got 5 points, 7 rebounds. Palli's got 5 points, no rebounds yet. Ganesh has got 9 points to himself alongside the main man there, Rayan. And also, interestingly, Rayan and Advik have gone to the same school. So the two of them that we're looking at, the major story, they are 2 friends grown up in the same school, in the same circuit, knowing each other's game. And now there's so much to do for them. Straight with Advik. He's got Sritej for company. Doesn't really need it though. As he continues to take points suddenly now for the Warangal Stallions. We're sitting on a good 35. Is this chance for a big comeback now? A mighty one is required. Otherwise the Nalgonda Speed Strikers, they are looking good. Ganesh to Rayan. Another 3-pointer. Maybe not. You've got to do everything. Put your bodies on the line. Make it happen. 35-40 this. Sritej. Straight up now. For Tejesh. Sriram. Looking for the opportunity. Dario. And we're heading back downtown. Possession back in favor of the Warangal Stallions. This is where things get really interesting. Off the glass, into the bucket. Advik's back. And back with a bang. Oh, lovely crossover that from Rayan. Tries a bounce pass. Sritej, not a good pass there from Jaswik in the paint. He's got to be a little careful. Tejesh pleading to the official. Won't be hurt, because it still does go in favor of the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Overall 3 fouls for the Warangal Stallions, none so far for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. 37-40, beg your pardon. 3-point difference as Jaswik's made his way out. They're going to have a small change. Himanish may be the player that's being bought on for the Warangal Stallions. And before that happens, we're just going to get the court as dry as possible, because you don't want players to slip and pick up an injury. 37-40. Rayan. Yeah, since the time he's been getting points, he continues to drive every bucket that comes his way. And that's what I was mentioning in that first quarter as well. Matter of time, momentum, you get it and then you move on with it. You've got to forget very early in a sport what happened in that last few seconds. You move on from your mistakes, improve and get going. And these are signs that will help you grow as a player. Goes in favor of the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Like I was mentioning, I think they're also getting in a substitute here, making that substitution. Tanmay, he's walking out, and Palli is back in for the Speed Strikers. Sriram trying to send that straight to Rayan. Advik now, Sriram's on him. Himanish in the game as well for the Warangal Stallions. It hasn't just gone their way. And we've seen that happen with the Warangal Stallions. Almost every team, sometimes they lose possession and momentum in the middle phase of the game, and towards the end they pick it up in the last and final quarter. Himanish attempts a 3-pointer. Sritej attempts a 3-pointer. None successful. Vikrant on the rebound for Advik. Ganesh was coming in from the back to try and get something on the defense. Back with Himanish. Tries to dribble that through. Vishnu. And a little too much for Sritej to reach out on that pass. 37-42 it is still. It's still anyone's game here in the third quarter. 6 odd minutes still to play for. When you roll it closer to the basket, that's where you'll see a lot of teams get better. Vikrant sends it straight. Sriram is tried. And Tejesh has all the liberty to go and pump that into the bucket. And good thinking actually from Sriram. He doesn't want to commit a foul and give those extra additional points. You've got to control yourself. 39-42. Warangal Stallions now suddenly in close vicinity. And when he's getting through that defense, and basket made. They're going to get that basket in their favor. 39-44. Rayan's got a big smile because he knew he wanted that. That's what makes special players, isn't it? Directly into the basket. Himanish. The passes are coming right. Another one here. Nicely executed. Top stuff this. 41-45. 4-point difference now. Palli. Does he get into the paint? A little too much for Rayan, who controls the ball really nicely. Tries to get the 3-pointer with Advik. Possession will change quickly with a fast break for Sritej. Finally points coming. And they need to flow now. There needs to be a river. Open the taps. Because that's what the Warangal Stallions need. They're 2 points behind. Since the time the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have taken the lead, they've not been able to get back in the game, not even been able to bring the game back on level terms. That's where you would want to rectify some problems. Fantastic pass there. Finally, the game's tied once again. Under 4 minutes 50 seconds. Shritesh, Advik, they're all pumped up. Timeout been taken here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short breather. Stay tuned. .45 apiece right now as we speak. We're getting back in the scheme of things. Under 4 minutes to play. Top-notch encounter at the moment. Rayan Lore moves towards his right. There is aggression. There is heat. Hemanish trying to look for company. He's got Shritesh. Shritesh looks at the bucket. Goes in with all the pace. Still with Shritesh. Warangal Stallions now. They brought this game back on level terms. Even Stevens out of a contest. 45 apiece. And just given away. Now, while this game progresses as well, we have a guest in the commentary box with us. They're fighting there right under the bucket. So much happening. And we'll get to it. 45 apiece right now. I've got Saransh with me from Beyond Ball India. I think many of you know him already. He's been driving the community, the basketball community, with the videos that he makes all across the places that he goes, and the stuff, the content that he speaks about, entirely basketball, to try and promote this sport. Saransh, very good evening. How are you? And how are you enjoying this tournament so far?
This tournament is the best tournament I've ever seen, and the atmosphere is really crazy. And crowd, the players, everything here is really good, and I'm really enjoying this tournament.
Well, tell us also about your journey. We've been wanting to know about how you started things, and how is it going currently in the scene. I think you mentioned you started about in the year 2025. Yeah, it's been just little time. You're just 18 years. So talk me through your journey.
So my page started in frustration of me not getting selected into the nationals because someone else's father was known to the selection committee. So in that frustration, I started my page to point out the problems in the system and all. And that's it. I kept going, and now I'm here.
Yeah, well, just like you mentioned, you kept going. The two teams right now on our screens, they're at it. 47 apiece. Himanish as well. They're trying to bring those points in their favor. Rayan and Lore back in the scheme of things. There's a pass incoming. Tanmay is going to try the three-pointer off the rim. Back now on the rebound. Ganesh does the damage and into the bucket. Rayan, where do you see the basketball scene going? You've gone across places. You read a lot about basketball. You're following basketball since a long time. Where do you see this going? Basketball in general in the Indian basketball community?
So basketball in India is growing really, really fast. When I started my page, there was nothing to cover actually. And now there's a lot of things going on. We didn't have the pics or the videos to cover the Indian team. But now we have too many links going on. IBL, TJBL, TPBL, everything. And it's growing really, really fast.
Well, while we speak, we're seeing the points coming in as well. Advik, he's been one of the important players there in that side. Back now with the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. I'm sure you're enjoying this game. When you watch them play, do you also get a sense that, maybe I want to be part of this as well?
Yeah, absolutely. When I watch them play, I just want to be on the court and I want to play with them. But I'm not from Telangana, so I'm not playing. So yeah, I just want to play with them, and the level is really high. So I think I'll enjoy the game, and I just want to be on the court and play with them.
We've seen you working really hard in terms of getting the camera work right, going in and getting those frames right for every player out there, which is so commendable. We appreciate that. The management appreciates that as well. Is there something else that you've seen? And you spoke about the talent here. You said the level looks really good. What is it that's so different in the other leagues so far, and why do you think that this can be the differentiating point for Indian basketball in the future?
So the different or the best thing I've seen here is that TJBL or TJBL have promoted their league inside the state. Like, it is a state tournament. They have promoted it really, really well in their own region. Other leagues are trying to just promote it all over India, but they have done it in their own region, and the effect is showing. People, parents, everyone is enjoying. The stands are filled and everything here. The owners and players, parents, everyone is enjoying just because they have really focused on the regional point of the game, which is actually really important.
You've spoken like a true basketball fan, I must say. Nicely done there. But 48-52 at the moment. How's the response from the community been in the kind of content that you're doing for basketball? Is there the warmth? Are they supportive towards you? How's the community looking like?
I've been getting a really good support, especially from the players. They approach to me and they tell me that you are making good videos. And organizers approach to me and they are also telling that you are making good videos, and that's just the motivation. Like, when players start approaching you and telling you that they love your content and they love that I cover basketball and the way I cover basketball, the storytelling that I do. So that's actually the point of motivation for me, and it's going really great. Everyone is loving the videos I'm making, and it's really fun.
Well, the action is getting heated here as three-pointers keep coming from the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They move on to 57 with a 9-point lead now against their opposition. Just before we come towards the end, you spoke about the story that you bring out of different players of the community. You have a story now. You began your journey. What is your story looking like? Where do you want to take this beyond Ball India? What's the goal like?
So it started with just a page, and I just wanted to bring out or take the attention to the problems. But as I grew, I noticed that only the corruption thing or the problems in our own system is not just the problem. Like, there are no opportunities available. Like, there were no opportunities available. Now, in Telangana and everything is growing, so opportunities are there. So I just want to take beyond Ball India. Like, I just want to contribute in the game, even if not as a player, but I do want to contribute in this game as जैसे भी मैं इस गेम में contribute करना चाहता हूँ, मैं वैसे contribute करना चाहता हूँ, and I'm building a platform too, where players can connect with organizers directly, and I'm doing my work so that I can bring or take Indian basketball to great heights.
We just hope and pray that certainly happens, and we're always here alongside the others to make sure this story reaches where it should. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and we hope you continue to enjoy the game, Saransh. Appreciate it, and all the best for Beyond Ball India. While just 20 odd seconds remain in this encounter, 48-57. Where's this game heading? That's something that we'll be looking at. And let's wait and see what happens in the next part or next phase. 48-57, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have been able to add some dents as we head directly towards the end of quarter number 3. We'll be starting quarter number 4 very soon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
జగతిని జయించుదాం రాగా చరితని లిఖించుదాం రాగా భవితని
What's your favorite color of the Starliner shoe?
I can't actually choose one. That's unfair, guys. It has to be the pink and the green one, and the blue one and the black and white one. I can't choose one. That's not okay. How do I choose one?
Yeah, well then, we're slowly getting back in the scheme of things. 48-57 at the moment. We're entering the last and final quarter. So much happening in the last few seconds that the Nalgonda Speed Strikers now, who were trailing in that first quarter, have come back really well in a way that they now have a good cushion in terms of leading this game. In the first quarter, 20-11, Warangal Stallions had all the advantage. In the second quarter, an exact replica. It was the Nalgonda Speed Strikers, 23-11. And now in the third quarter, they've replicated that template. They've kept the 23 going for them, while the Warangal Stallions have only got 17, which is why they found it a little difficult. And tell you what, some of the top players, like Rayan and Lore, sitting on good 26, Ganesh on 11, and on the other side, they've applied those brakes on Sritej, who's got only 18, Advik 19, and that's where the Warangal Stallions need to come back. And it's also a great time and an opportunity for me, as Sritej drives the ball into the bucket, to introduce our next guest. We just heard from our previous guest Saransh, Beyond Ball India. We're talking to our next guest from Ankle Breaker India, Pavni Ahuja. Pavni, very good evening, and thank you for coming into the commentary box with us. How are you enjoying this game?
Absolutely. This league so far especially has been, quite interesting to watch. This category of players really, taking up that level in the league, and especially the matchups today have been quite exciting.
Yeah, Sritej deposits one more into the bucket. Warangal Stallions now, they're knocking on the door very early in the fourth quarter, 54-57, going in for a timeout, which allows us to continue our conversation as well. Pavni, we've been wanting to know about Ankle Breaker India. If you can give us a little more on that. We saw you speak to Prithvi as well. And, just if you can help us understand what the story is, when did it begin, and how did you plan to get into this?
Right. So my association with the sport is like long back. Since childhood I've been playing the sport, and up until school and college level. But then family was in academics, into academics, and I had to I couldn't pursue the sport. But of course I was connected to the sport for very long, and I wanted to make an impact with it in India, especially because the sport is growing. There is a fan base that exists, and wanted to tap into it, wanted to contribute to the growth of the sport in the country. And with that, Ankle Breaker India happened. Right now we are across media platforms. We're covering the sport, going to different leagues, and just covering the sport through and through. So we want to bring those eyes towards the sport in India, and we have seen so far that there is a humongous culture in different states and different parts of India. It's just that it's not integrated yet. And even if you see right now here in Hyderabad, if you see every play, people are going crazy over every move, every dunk, every assist, every block, and that is what we say, that the culture exists in India so much. So yeah, we're just trying to get the eyes of, on basketball in India right now.
So interesting that you say there is cheer for everything out there, which is exactly what's happening here and right in front of our eyes. 56-57, and an important moment in this game. We're looking at 5 fouls right now, and I'm assuming the player in question is Sriram, who's had so far a fantastic outing with the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. He's not been able to get amongst the points, but what he's been able to do is at least drive the traffic for his team. And I think he's okay at the moment. Sriram's still in the game. It's another player that will be taken out, but irrespective, like you were mentioning, certainly now in the last few months or last few years, the culture slowly is picking up, yes. What do you think is contributing to that in terms of the growing love for basketball and the culture slowly sort of, spreading through other people as well?
I think everybody is doing their job with the sport at different levels, and that really contributes to the overall growth of the sport. I mean, at a very foundational level to the very big leagues, with these youth leagues coming into picture, these youth leagues are actually going to play a very big role in the growth of the sport, the talent hunt and the scouting as well. But other than that, also, like the ex players who have played for the state or for the Indian team, they're also contributing to the sport in their own way by opening their academies, opening their own little setups, and that really helps build a sport to the next level, that everybody is actually contributing to it in their own way, and that's how on the whole it goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love the contribution that you've been making in your own way as well, which is what I was mentioning to Saransh as well, that it's good that there are different people in the community trying to grow the sport, promote it in the ways they can, irrespective you're a player, not a player, but you want to push the sport as much as possible and try and grow the culture, which is why we are here today as well in Hyderabad. And it's so good to see that not only the pro players, but junior level talents, under 15 and under 18, get an opportunity as well to grow. Do you think this is the right pathway in terms of a structure that Indian basketball should have?
Absolutely. I mean, this is exactly the gap that everybody was talking about, and that is being filled at the moment, and it's like live right now, because this age group, this under 15, under 18 category age group, we need that scouting, we need that talent. There's so much talent lying in this age group, but they just needed a platform to get there, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger for Indian basketball for sure.
Yeah, and as we speak, the Warangal Stallions have a 1-point advantage after a very long time in this game. Shritej tries to get that through, not quite successful on the rebound. Still with the Warangal Stallions, Advik makes the difference, and they're pumped. They were under the radar for quite some time, and suddenly you've got to switch on, and they've switched on in no time here, the Warangal Stallions. We were speaking about different stories in the league, Pavni, and we want to know, what is your story for Ankle Breaker India? Where does it go, and what do you think is the goal for the future of this page or of what you're building?
Right, so it has started off as a media platform, but in the future we want to build a community of basketball enthusiasts, maybe a fan, maybe a player, maybe an ex-player. Everybody should be connected in some sort of way, and that is the sport of basketball. So, I mean, the aim is to build a community and just keep contributing to the growth of the sport for sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. We hope and we pray that this continues to grow, and we already see and appreciate your efforts alongside Saransh and the others who are putting in everything they have. And yeah, thank you for being here and thank you for speaking to us. Wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Well then, as we move ahead with things, we have the Warangal Stallions, who are slowly trying to pull the plug, and in a matter of seconds they managed to get a good 9-point lead. And here, this is the moment where the game gets interesting. Shritej once again. In that third quarter, he had, I'll tell you how many points. Just 4. Just 4 points for Shritej in that third quarter. In the second quarter, he had 3. And in that first quarter, he did the bulk of the shooting, 11. And finally now you're seeing more of him in this quarter. Advik as well. He's suddenly turned this switch on. Suddenly the Warangal Stallions have been able to get points, 29 points to Advik. 9 rebounds, almost getting closer to a double-double. Shritej has 26. I think he's already got 8 points in this quarter, under 4. Oh, there is some push there from Rayan. He's still down. Shritej. Shot clock goes off. 26-4 for Shritesh. 7-1 to Tejesh in terms of the points and rebounds. And that's what the story looks like. They're a happy camp, the Warangal Stallions. If you look at them, Visupalani, he's been agitated and at them. He loves to marshal the boys. He's a very creative and strategic coach. On the other side, you've got Coach Vijay, who's a man of few words, but tactical. He knows when to switch play, which makes it so interesting to see how he marshals his boys. Meragu Vijay Kumar, alongside his assistant coach. It'll be interesting to see what the final few minutes, the final phase of this game looks like. 11 to there for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. 8 rebounds. Sriram's got 5 and 8 rebounds. Palli Reddy's got 6 and 1 rebound. Ganesh has got 11 and 17 rebounds. He's into a double-double already. Lakshit as well, no points for him, but he's been trying real hard, being persistent to make things happen, which is what's important. Tanmay in the game as well. Alongside the area. First points after the timeout, I think, will come in favor of the Warangal Stallions. Beg your pardon, in favor of the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. 61-68. Still have so much to play for. Under 3 minutes 45 seconds. Quarter number 4 this. Just a little heated there. You may not be able to see that on the screens, but it is official Solomon Prem and Rayan alongside Sriram having a word. They've got to just calm their nerves now. Scorecard will be changed soon. Trying to drive the traffic in their favor. Back now. Among the scheme of things. Still about 3 odd minutes remaining off the rim. A few seconds on the shot clock. And possession back. Himanish to Shritesh. Shritesh. And more points. I think the basket has been made. Let's just have a look at the scorecard.
Check. Score 70 and 62. Time left 3 minutes 6 seconds.
Taking a timeout here just to get the scorecard rectified, which is what everyone is looking at. It's 70-62. Small technical glitch. And we're heading into a short breather. Don't go anywhere. Here we go then, slowly getting back into the scheme of things. 70-62, 8-point difference right now as we speak. Rayan. Sriram. And he's got that away in favor of the Warangal Stallions. Under 2 minutes now, beg your pardon, under 3 minutes actually, 2:51. So there's still a lot of time, 62-70. There is still time for the Nalgonda Speed Strikers to try and take this into a space where they can have an advantage. A good comeback though for the Warangal Stallions in this quarter. But is it enough? They're in the driver's seat. How much is too much? Lakshit trying the three-pointer. Advait. Oh, he's missed that currently. Sritej tries to get into the paint, and then he's a different ball game altogether. He's a different beast, I must say. That's the right way to put it. But they've managed to keep him quiet. The Nalgonda Speed Strikers. 70-62. Rayan and company need to push through. 8 points to clear. 2 3-pointers maybe, and that's game on already. Rayan and Lore. Palli. Off the rim, back with Sritej. Shouts and hoots from the Warangal Stallions. Himanish. And in favor of the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Still a lot of ground to cover. They're trying to defend as much as they can. All players behind here. They're trying to man mark whoever possible. Rayan and Lore gets 2 more. 64 to the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. If they get 2 more suddenly, that will mean business. Advik trying to keep possession. They're trying to play with the clock now. Sritej and company. Under 10 seconds. Vikrant gives that away. Sritej! And that's the beauty of the sport. 72-64. Timeout taken here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a matter of few seconds.
Pantam, 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 nida, nada, hey! Sontam, 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 nika, naka, hey!
72-64. This game poised so well in this last quarter. In this fourth quarter alone, Warangal Stallions have 24 points so far compared to 7 that the Nalgonda Speed Strikers have. Tanmay on the rebound for Rayan, who's had a fantastic crossover. Almost got another 3-pointer there. Sriram trying his best too. They are giving it their all as we slowly move. Under 1 minute in this game. And they're playing to the clock, the Warangal Stallions. Having still kept that 8-point gap. What is it from here? Does coach Vijay Meragu and company, or Meragu Vijay, to put that right, still have something under the belt? Nalgonda Speed Strikers. Can they make this happen? Himanish. Here we go then. Himanish all by himself. Sends that over. Vishnu to Sritej. In the defense. Sending it straight to Rayan. He tries only 3-pointers. He gets one. Hang on a minute. 3-pointer incoming. Timeout taken here. 67-72.
పిల్లకాయలు అట చూస్తున్నారు. బిర్యానీ బాగుండాలక్కయ్యో, దమ్ మదిరిపోల. నేను అట్టా చూస్తున్నా. బీటీ 3Dలో కనపడుతుందా?
Well, we're just having a look at that on the step as to was it a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer. Well, we get back into the scheme of things. 72-67. As we're under 38 seconds. Yeah, we slightly got a glimpse of that. Well, no time here as we slowly are heading into the game in favor of the Warangal Stallions. They're going in for a review now for this one, just to check possession. In whose favor has possession gone? Another review taken in quick succession. And official Prem Solomon alongside the two of them will just come in to check as to what the decision should be. Well, here we are then getting back in the scheme of things. 70-67 it is. Decision gone in favor of the Warangal Stallions. They keep possession. And Shritesh want to make this count. A few more breaths. And Warangal Stallions are looking at themselves as a team to get into the final. Hyderabad Mambas in the waiting. They are watching this one and saying, maybe we're now facing the Warangal Stallions, because this lead at this point may look a little difficult to come back with. They've been a great side, the Nalgonda Speed Strikers. They've kept their template right. It is the fourth quarter now that has been the differentiating factor for these two sides. 10 points to the Nalgonda Speed Strikers in this quarter. Currently, Warangal Stallions have 24, 14-point lead in this quarter alone. That has helped them really cover up for all the mistakes they made in the last few quarters. Contributions have come in from their top players. 30 to Shritesh, alongside 4 in terms of the rebound. 29 to Advik, 10 rebounds. He's in a double-double. And under 12 seconds to play for. Which tells you we sort of have the bottom line of what this game looks like. Ryan fighting really hard. And he gets 2 more. 69-72. And that's something that can happen. There's still 1 second remaining. And that should be game, set and match. Shritesh, Warangal Stallions, Advik. They are walking into the next phase of this round in the under 18 boys category, which is the final. Nicely done. Superb execution. Fantastic consistency. And the owners, Nanika and Jepal Reddy, they'll be very happy alongside all their management and supporters who've come in large numbers to keep the momentum alive. Visupalani, alongside his assistant coach, they'll be a happy bunch as well as they walk in to applaud their counterparts. Nalgonda Speed Strikers who had a fantastic and fabulous outing. Their management as well. Rahul will be a happy owner with the way his boys have performed in this clash, giving it their all and driving this game into their hands. Give it to them then as they walk into the finals of yet another fantastic tournament. Fantastic Saturday this year. We wind up early. Tomorrow games begin at 1 p.m. and 4 finals that we'll be looking at. So don't go away. Lots in action. So much more basketball, so much more drip, and so much more to come in terms of the talents that you will be seeing. Until then, it's Talent Matthias. Thank you and good night from the commentary box as we head straight to the MVP Awards.
would request Prudveshwar Reddy, the Secretary of Telangana Basketball Association, to please join us. Now it's time to call the MVP of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Shritesh. Congratulations, Shritesh. Here you go. Once again, a big shout out. Everybody. Shritesh, oh my God. What an incredible game. How you want to express this feeling of yours?
I think first match of mine was really horrible, so I had to prove myself, but we are not over yet. We have to win the finals and show everyone the climax of the movie. So, yeah, looking forward to the finals.
And how you are looking forward to it?
I mean, we're just gonna go practice, play hard, be confident, and yeah, the whole team played well and the bench supported us a lot. So, I'm really grateful.
Thank you so much and all the very best for the finals. Once again, a big round of applause for Warangal Stallions, everybody! With that, we have our 8 finalists. Out of these 8, 4 champions gonna be in the finals. You know, we get 4 champions gonna lift the trophy tomorrow. Stay tuned for the finals tomorrow.